Yo, what's up, Beast fam? It's your boy, Mr. Beast, back with another crazy challenge. This time I got trapped, like, really trapped. I woke up in a giant cage. It was in the middle of nowhere. No phone, no crew, no nothing. Just me and a whole lot of wilderness. I freaked out a little, not gonna lie. I mean, who traps Mr. Beast? Turns out, it was for a challenge. A big one. $500,000 big. All I had to do was survive in the wilderness for 100 days. Alone. $500,000, that's a whole lot of cash. Enough to buy a whole lot of gumballs. Or, you know, do something actually useful with. But first, I had to survive. The rules were simple. Stay within the cage, no outside help, and last 100 days. Easy, right? Wrong. It was tough. The days were long, the nights were scary, and the food? Let's just say I became best friends with berries and bugs. Finding food was my biggest challenge. When you're out in the wild, you quickly realize that the convenience of modern life is a luxury. No grocery stores, no fast food joints, just you and nature. Every meal becomes a quest, a test of your survival skills and your ability to adapt. I'm a burger and fries kind of guy, always have been. There's something comforting about biting into a juicy burger with crispy fries on the side. It's the kind of meal that makes you feel at home, no matter where you are. Not a berry and bug kind of guy. The thought of eating something I found on the forest floor was initially off-putting. But when you're faced with hunger, your perspective changes. You start to see food in places you never would have considered before, but when you're hungry, you gotta do what you gotta do. I remember the first time I ate something I foraged. It wasn't gourmet, but it was sustenance. Each bite was a reminder of my determination to survive. I learned to identify edible plants. This skill became crucial. Knowing which plants were safe to eat and which ones to avoid could mean the difference between a meal and a trip to the emergency room. I spent hours studying leaves, berries, and roots, making sure I got it right. I even ate some bugs. At first the idea was revolting, but insects are a great source of protein, and in a survival situation you can't be picky. I found that some bugs, when prepared correctly, weren't that bad at all. Don't tell anyone, but some of them weren't that bad. It's amazing how your taste buds can adapt when you're in survival mode. What once seemed disgusting can become surprisingly palatable. I built traps to catch rabbits. This was a game changer. Setting up traps required patience and precision, but the reward was worth it. Catching a rabbit meant a substantial meal, something to look forward to after days of foraging. It was like my own little Hunger Games, but with less fighting and more hoping I didn't starve. Each day was a new challenge, a new opportunity to test my skills and push my limits. The wilderness became my arena, and survival was the ultimate prize. I even managed to start a fire. This was a pivotal moment. Fire meant warmth, safety, and the ability to cook food. It was a skill that took time to master, but once I did, it felt like I had unlocked a new level of survival. It took a while, but seeing that spark was like winning the lottery. The first time I saw that tiny flame, I felt a surge of triumph. It was a small victory, but in the wilderness, every victory counts. It was a reminder that with perseverance and ingenuity, I could overcome any challenge nature threw my way. Section 4. Loneliness bites harder than bugs. The hunger was tough, but the loneliness was tougher. Imagine being all alone for days. No one to talk to, no one to laugh with, just the sound of the wind and the occasional animal growl. It messed with my head, man. I started talking to myself. I sang songs. I even pretended the trees were my friends. Anything to keep my mind busy. I learned that being alone isn't always a bad thing. It gives you time to think, to reflect, and to appreciate the little things. Section 5. Surprise! It's not raining. One day I woke up to the sound of a helicopter. The noise was so unexpected that it jolted me out of bed. I rushed to the window, my heart pounding with curiosity and a bit of anxiety. What could it be? Was it an emergency? Or maybe some kind of special delivery? It was so loud. I thought it was part of the challenge, some kind of test. The sound was almost deafening and I had to cover my ears. I could feel the vibrations through the walls of my house. It was unlike anything I'd ever experienced before. My mind raced with possibilities. Was it a rescue mission? Or perhaps a surprise visit from someone important? But then, something amazing happened. The helicopter dropped a giant care package. I watched in awe as the package descended slowly, carried by a parachute. It was like a scene from a movie. I couldn't believe my eyes. What could be inside? My excitement grew with each passing second as the package got closer to the ground. Inside were all sorts of goodies, snacks, drinks, even a new toothbrush. I couldn't help but laugh at the assortment of items. It was as if someone had thought of everything I might need or want. There were my favorite snacks, refreshing drinks, and even some practical items like a new toothbrush and toothpaste. It was a treasure trove of surprises. It was like Christmas morning. It turns out my friends were thinking of me. The joy I felt was indescribable. It was a reminder of the love and care that surrounded me, even when I felt isolated. The package was more than just a collection of items, it was a symbol of friendship and support. They sent the package to cheer me up. It worked. I could picture them gathering the items, laughing and chatting as they packed the box. Their thoughtfulness and effort touched my heart deeply. It was a gesture that spoke volumes about our bond and the lengths they would go to make me smile. That day, I learned that even when you're alone, you're never really alone. The experience taught me the importance of connection and the power of small acts of kindness. It reminded me that there are always people who care, even if they're not physically present. The package was a beacon of hope and a testament to the strength of our relationships. You've got people who care about you. No matter the distance or circumstances, the bonds we share with others can lift us up and bring joy into our lives. It's these connections that make life truly special. Section 6. 99 days down, 1 to go. The last few days were the hardest. I was so close to freedom I could taste it. But I couldn't let my guard down. I had to stay focused. I had to survive one more day. I spent the day reflecting on my journey. I thought about all the challenges I overcame, all the lessons I learned. I realized that this experience, as tough as it was, had changed me. I was stronger, more resilient, and more grateful than ever before. Section 7, Winner Winner, Chicken Dinner. And then, it happened. The gate of the cage swung open. The moment I had been waiting for had finally arrived. The anticipation had been building up for days, and now, freedom was just a step away. I could feel the rush of adrenaline as I took my first step out. I was free. I had survived 100 days in the wilderness. It was an experience that tested every ounce of my strength and willpower. From the scorching heat of the day to the freezing nights, every moment was a battle. But now, standing here, I felt an overwhelming sense of accomplishment. I ran towards the finish line, where my friends and family were waiting for me, their faces lit up with joy and pride. It was a sight that made every hardship worth it. The finish line wasn't just a mark on the ground, it was a symbol of everything I had endured and overcome. They were cheering and clapping. I felt like a champion. The sound of their applause echoed in my ears, a melody of triumph and celebration. It was a moment I would cherish forever, a testament to my resilience and determination. But the best part, I won the $500,000. It was a reward beyond my wildest dreams. The check felt heavy in my hands, not just in weight but in significance. It represented all the sacrifices, the struggles, and the victories of the past 100 days. I'm going to give some to charity, of course. It's important to give back, to help those who are less fortunate. This journey has taught me the value of community and support, and I want to share my success with others. But I'm also going to treat myself to a giant feast. After all, I've earned it. 100 days of surviving on berries and bugs has made me appreciate the simple pleasures of life. A lavish meal is the perfect way to celebrate this incredible journey. Because after 100 days of berries and bugs, I deserve it. Peace out, Beast fam. This adventure has been a roller coaster of emotions, challenges, and triumphs. As I wave goodbye, I carry with me memories that will last a lifetime. Until next time, stay strong and keep pushing your limits.